everyone, and welcome back to another episode of How to Be a Bitch. I'm Dr. Bitch, and today we will be talking about Instagram. I really want to say something that is very important. If you want to try to play it cool while watching the video, or if you continue this mindset of, I don't want to show him that I don't like something because maybe he will say that I'm jealous, then you don't have to watch this video. Are not afraid to set boundaries, and they could care less about what other people think about them. What matters is what makes them feel comfortable about a situation or not. Don't forget the simple steps, subscribe, and hit the like button below. This topic is very simple. When you are in a committed relationship, do you go online on your Instagram and like other guys' photos? Do you do that? Because I do know that all of the girls that are watching this video never do that, unless they want to have more options with other guys or they are looking for something else. But when they really like a person, they don't do that. It's really cheesy and not classy at all. So why is it okay when it comes to men? Instagram and social media are everywhere, and there is nobody out there without an account. And because most men, either they are in a relationship or not, go online and like other women's photos, we tend to say that it's normal. But since it's happening everywhere, we shouldn't be weird about that. You know, this is how guys are. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love me. This is wrong. Stop giving yourself for free. Stop playing it cool when at the same time you don't like it. Again, if you really want to be a bitch, you will have to be able to verbalize what you don't like, even if it sounds crazy. But I gotta tell you that it's not crazy while being in a committed relationship to have your guy checking out other girls on Instagram. It is not okay. And patriarchal society has made us think that it is okay when it's not. Good girls are afraid to address the issues because they don't want to be labeled as jealous. Who cares how he's gonna label you? What matters is your happiness. What matters is to have a partner that respects what you don't like. When a girl plays it cool, when something really bothers her, that's a huge sign she is a good girl. So if you find yourself being in this position, you should change that in order to be a bitch. In order to have the power in the relationship, in order to feel nice in the relationship, in order to have a partner that knows that you have boundaries, that he cannot use you, that he cannot treat you bad, in order for you to have a partner that will never stop chasing you, because he knows that you are something special, because he knows that you don't take BS. So stop normalizing what is not normal. Stop normalizing what is not okay. Show him what real respect is and have him call you jealous as much as he wants. We could care less. Do you get what you want from the relationship? This is what matters. You need to teach him how to treat you. Men are so used to good girls that give themselves for free. I have been saying this in every single video. Girls that make it so easy for him to do whatever he wants without facing the consequences. Women that are raised in order to offer themselves, in order to make other people happy. It's about time this stopped. He should take our power back. It is about chivalry. It is about expecting him to be a real man, a gentleman. Teach him how to be a gentleman. This way, he will treat you better, and you will also make him a more elevated human being, a man of quality. So if your man is liking other women's photos on Instagram or Facebook, this is what you have to do. First, don't forget, in order to have the power in the relationship, you need to have the control of your feelings. When a woman gets over emotional or is crying or shouting, she proves to the man that he is in charge. No, you are in charge here, not he. You need to be very cool, calm, and collected. You need to be very stingy while talking. Don't talk too much. Don't use big sentences. Don't try to express yourself. Men don't understand this kind of language. The only thing that they understand is the fear of losing you. And how will this happen? When a woman is very cool, when she's very rational, when she shows him that if she doesn't get what she wants, she's out of there. So again, you're very cool and calm. You choose a moment when he is relaxed and you go sit next to him and you tell him without smiling, you have to be serious but distant. He needs to understand that you are about to say something that made you feel very distant. He needs to understand that you will not take this kind of behavior. And then you go like, you know, there is something that I wanted to tell you. I've noticed that you like other women's photos on Instagram, and to be honest with you, this is something that makes me feel really weird because this is something that I would never do. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing. You're free to do whatever you feel like. I just want you to know that this is not okay by me. That's all. Then he understands you're serious because You don't get emotional because you haven't used a lot of words. And this is the way that men communicate with each other. So he starts fearing that if he doesn't behave, this will go nowhere. And then he goes like, I'm so sorry, baby. I will not do that again. Apology accepted. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And that's it. You take your stuff and you go. Whenever you have to talk about something serious, it's always this pattern that you have to follow. First of all, you need to be calm, cool, and collected. Second of all, you need to choose a time where he is more relaxed and he is in a good mood. You need to say very, very few things. And after that, you have a very, very good excuse. Like, I'm meeting the girls and I'm late, so I have to go. Or I promised my mother to take her to the mall. Or I have a business meeting or something else. So that you leave him back thinking about what happened, and you give him space to understand what you said, and also you make him understand that you are not to be taken for granted. So this is the pattern. Never forget that, and you can use that in every serious situation where you need to talk. Well, if he likes you and if he respects you, he will never do that again. But if he does that again, you're gonna give him one more chance. But this time, it's a little different. So you see that he keeps liking other girls. You change the way you communicate with him. For example, if you talk every day on the phone, now you start talking only 3 times a week. You always have to find a good excuse not to pick up the phone, not to text him back. Try to have as much distance as you can. If you live under the same roof, you take your stuff and you go to your mother's, you take your stuff and you leave for the weekend. Or you try as much as possible to be out of his way. For example, when he comes home, you have to be outside. He needs to see that you go outside of the house, very well dressed, looking like a doll. Don't be sad, just be distant. Because sad means emotion. Distance means I'm in control here. And then he will be like, what's wrong, honey? When he asks you what's wrong, you need to tell him there is something wrong. I'd rather talk about it some other time. Never tell him what's wrong the moment he asks. This will make him feel really weird. This will keep him up all night thinking about what's wrong. So again, then you do the same pattern. You find a time that he is more relaxed. You sit down next to him. You need to look really nice. You use very short sentences, no emotion, just rational words. You start like, you know what? There was something that I told you that I don't like, which is liking other women's photos on Instagram. But as I can see, you keep doing that, and I really don't want to put any more pressure on you. I mean, this is who you are. This is what you like to do. It is okay by me, but this is not my love language. I really don't want to play the role of the mother here, telling you what you should or should not do. It is really up to you. If you want to change it, I'd be very happy. But if you think that you cannot handle it, then it is okay. I really don't have an issue with that. Just take as much time as you want, think about it, and you can let me know next week. Take your bag and go. I'm so sorry, I can't stay more here to talk about it. I have to meet the girls and we will discuss it again next week. Give him space. Whenever you give a man space, they are afraid of losing you. They start chasing you more. But if you're always there, nagging and crying and using emotion and talking all the time, he doesn't want you anymore. He wants to get out of there. It's a trap for him. This is not how men discuss. Men sit down and say just a few things to their dudes. It's always something rational, nothing emotional. It's always something practical and something short. After you say these things, you take your stuff, you go, you leave him alone, and then again for a week, you have the same kind of attitude. Not picking up the phone, not answering his texts like immediately. You have to act aloof. And then he will come to you and he will apologize and he will do his best to be a good partner. This is also a good way to weed the losers out, as I usually say. Because if you see that he doesn't respect you, he doesn't want to change anything for you, this is a red flag that you should start dating other people. You don't need to tell him. Just start dating other people. If he is going to be disrespectful, you have to be disrespectful too. Stop normalizing what is objectively wrong and disrespectful. Stop being the good girl who doesn't like conflict, because you always need to remember that if you want to have a healthy relationship when it comes to friendships, to men, to family, you should address the issues and you should set the boundaries. If you're always trying to avoid conflict, this is gonna backfire. Healthy relationships are built through conflict. This is how you see if your partner really cares about how you feel. Stop accepting him treating you like a side chick. You are the main character. So that's all for today. I really hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your best friends, leave a comment, and if you want a private consultation with me, hit me up on my email in the description of this video. The first one is for free. I will see you on the next one.